Justin Levis is CEO of Q Clothing, a leading Australian fashion retailer. The family-owned business has closed all its Q and Veronica Main stores in Greater Sydney, while many competitors continue to trade with COVID-safe practices in place. Mr Levis is calling for tighter restrictions and the closure of non-essential stores due to the escalating COVID crisis in New South Wales.
I'm just frustrated that it's been kind of a lockdown you have when you're not having a lockdown at times, and that's what has allowed the virus to spread. It's just really frustrating me that people think, yeah, but we're locked down, but it's all right. I'm just going to have a few friends over. We'll just have a small party, but, you know, that's all right. But we're still locked down because it's just people that I know.
You're a leading Australian fashion retailer, but some of your competitors are still trading within government guidelines, COVID safely. You've shut your shops. Do you think they should be operating? And if not, what settings would you like to see?
I think it's absolutely irresponsible to be trading in areas where the virus is now rampant. It really frustrated me on the weekend, actually. I had to go just quickly to the shops, you know, the one person in my household. I just went to the supermarket to get the groceries done. And in doing so, from the car park to the supermarket, I saw other retailers open with people inside the stores shopping. I don't understand it. I don't see how that's responsible, and really they might be doing it within the law, but I don't think that should be allowed.
So who's being irresponsible here? Is it the consumer or the business operator?
I think it's a combination. It's both, and that's why it is sort of coined this Clayton's lockdown, because are we allowed to, aren't we not? You know, is it essential that I have to buy this handbag now to, you know, to look good whilst I go to the shops?
Yeah, is that part of the problem then, around the confusion about what constitutes essential work, what constitutes essential shopping? I mean, should there be a national approach towards definitions around hotspots, essential work, essential services?
Look, I really wish there could be a national approach. I would prefer that, but obviously states have their own different jurisdictions. But with this virus, I mean, to me, a national approach does make more sense.
So what settings would you like to see?
What I would like to see is if there's a hotspot or the virus, if there's an outbreak, I think no matter where it is in Australia, I'd like to see that it's not necessarily state-based, but we ring-fence wherever the virus has been. I have here in my office today, there are people that are from those suburbs where the virus is blatantly rampant now. So I've definitely made the decision to say to those people, look, I'm sorry, but you're not able to come to work tomorrow until we see where this is heading. And I have to say it's extremely detrimental to my business in doing this.
Yeah, if I can ask you, Justin, a few questions about that. The head of the Retailers Association, Paul Zara, has said today that the damage to the retail sector is around $1 billion per week. What's the impact to your business?
It's massive. So our New South Wales business is approximately at least 30% of our total turnover. I'm proudly made in Australia. We're Australia's largest manufacturer of clothing. That's all fantastic, but unfortunately the hotspots where they are now is where my manufacturing base is. So whilst my business outside New South Wales, around Australia and indeed internationally is still trading, unfortunately it's really going to hurt me because I'm having to shut down my manufacturing base now. And as I said, even my workers in my office here, again, making clothes for people that aren't in lockdown areas, they're not able to come into work now either. So the detriment to my business is significant. However, even though it is significant, I would still say I'd rather take the hit in one harder, shorter spike than have it prolonged the agony, and I think that'll be economically more harmful.